Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi there. My name is Aina Bagiswati Mawakirudin and I'm the advocate team for the topic about rekindling relationship.
Hi and good day. So my name is Muhammad Mahazib bin Abu Bakar. I'm the second speaker from the advocate team.
Okay. So Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afiq bin Nasidi and I'm the third speaker for the advocate for this topic.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Ainul Safwan from the opposition team. We agree that the issue of rekindling past relationships with a new partner will be detrimental.
And my name is Dira Adriana Binti. I am the second speaker for the opposition team.
My name is Hayrunisa binti Nia Badisha and I am the third speaker for the opposition team.
Okay, now we're done introducing ourselves. I will start the opening statement. Okay, I think we all here having this debate in the first place because when we think about rekindling past relationship, the first thought was ex. And I think it's like a norm by now that whenever they mention ex, it's associated with a bad thing lah. And for me, and there's another term in TikTok which got viral. X is an X for a reason. So yeah, I think it's quite understandable why we have this debate in the first place. But for my point in being the advocate, because I have my fair share experience when it comes to past relationship and I rekindled it before and it went well and actually the relationship got nourished from it. Because for me, giving second chances to that person can give open opportunity for that person to change. Because, well, we all have our certain poor upbringing compared to the standard loving family. So, by rekindling past relationship, it gives the chances for that person to redeem themselves and be better in that relationship. Okay, that's all for me.
Thank you, Aina. My opening statement, however, is that rekindling past relationships may restrict our individual growth due to the forced nature of our relationships. For example, after we break up, like you said, an ex is an ex for a reason. After we break up, we are expected to pursue our individual growth because when we were in a relationship, we were stagnant. After a breakup, we should embark on a journey of self-improvement, finding new interest goals and perspectives. If you rekindle your relationships, it can suppress this process, and one of both parties might revert to their former selves, fit to their old dynamic.
So thank you Aina and Ainul. Good morning ladies and gentlemen. As the second speaker from the advocate team, I'm here to strengthen our case on the motion rekindling past relationship is often better than starting a new one. I will expand on our arguments and introduce new points to prove why rekindling is the better choice. So first and foremost, let's talk about familiarity. Past relationships are built on shared experiences. You have already known your partner, their quirks, their communication style, and their values. So yes, the understanding helps reduce conflicts and allows the relationship to move forward even better. So it requires less effort compared to starting anew literally from scratch. So rekindling offers the chance to build on and establish connection rather than starting over. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you. In my opinion about rekindling, for me as well as my team, it is better to form a new relationship because according to the psychological research, and me myself already experienced it, it suggests that usually individuals take 2 to 3 months to move on from their ex. Okay, this is because the intense emotions associated with the breakup tend to fade and the pain can be masked or minimized. So what do we understand for mask? They are faking it. Usually they fake it too much, they don't realize that they haven't healed, but they believe that they are. and at some point that must be broken. So this is why rekindling with an ex-partner before truly healing could lead to a repeating past emotional cycles or avoiding necessary emotional growth. That's my point.
Thank you. So here to talk about my points based on this statement. So if I start, I will point out my points with a question. So my question is, what's the point of starting over when everything feels like the first time? So we know that when we're in the relationship, in the past relationship, you know each other's weakness, each other's strength, pros, cons, and so on and so forth. So let's say if your relationship ends abruptly and then you decided to start over, your weakness from the past relationship will haunt you on the new one. So for example, if this person is an avoidant, this guy is an avoidant attachment type of person. So he usually avoids talks about his feeling and usually dismiss when they want to discuss about each other's feelings. So maybe during the first relationship with the first partner, maybe they broke up because they cannot stand with that characteristics, and then when the guy decided to move to someone new, he brings those weaknesses to another person, and then the other person will experience the same thing. So what's the point of moving forward when everything felt like the first time? So instead of studying something new, it's better for us to first fix and learn from the past mistakes. For example, we know that this guy is avoidant. So instead of starting something new, starting with break up and then start with someone new, why not we just learn from each other's mistake, create a common grounds, create understandings, and try to fix everything that's been broken. So then we don't have to. So all the shared experience will not be going to waste. So that's my point.
Okay. So for the third point for our team is that this whole rekindling relationship was based from In Persuasion, which is Jane Austen novel. It's all unrealistic expectation because In Persuasion and Captain Wentworth's story is undeniably romantic, presenting the tale of enduring love and reconciliation. However, it is important to remember that this work is work of fiction, and in real life relationships, particularly those involving past romantic connections, are often far more complex and rarely resolved with such satisfying clarity and resolution, such a neat resolution if we read the novel. And in real life relationship, they are far often more complex and rarely resolved because of the factors of emotional baggage, miscommunication, and differing life paths can complicate attempts to rekindle past romances. And this idealizing a fictional narrative like Anne and Wentworth may lead to unrealistic expectation, making it difficult to navigate the messy, imperfect reality of human relationships. So, rather than we dwell on the unexpected relationship and wait for someone to change, it's better for us to look for someone new, and we can put the lesson that we learned from the past relationship into someone new. That's my point for our team.
Thank you. Now we're moving on to the rebuttal phase. Lisa, please.
Okay, so I would like to review the third speaker of the advocates team point, which is starting over when it all feels like the first time, and repeating the same mistake on the next relationship. So, while it may feel like starting over seems reliving the same struggles, each new relationship is an opportunity for growth and learning, because the mistakes of the past don't have to define the future. They can teach valuable lessons about yourself, your needs, and what to seek in a partner. And no relationships are identical. Every connection is shaped by the distinct experiences, personalities, and circumstances involved. Okay, for example, I give you an analogy, which is relationships are like learning a craft. Think of pottery. At first, your attempts might collapse or crack, leaving you frustrated and questioning whether it's worth trying again. But with each piece, you gain better control over the clay, understanding its texture, how much pressure to apply, and how to shape it into something beautiful. And each relationship, like each pottery session, builds on the lessons of the last. So, therefore, we believe that rekindle old relationships is not it's not about repeating the same mistakes over and over again, but we can learn the value from it and then apply it to the future relationship. Okay, that's all from me. Next.
Okay, so I would like to rebuttal your argument about my rebuttal. So thank you for your, as you say, opinion. So I'm here to defend my opinion. It's true that every experience, every person has different characteristics, and every relationship that starts have different starting, different characteristics, and so on and so forth. But however, you're only looking at the good side of the things. How about we look at the bad side? Like, for example, maybe the first relationship that you have, the guy is an avoidant person. But then when we move on to another guy, maybe this guy is a cheating guy, or maybe he's addicted to coffee, or has addiction to drugs, and so on. So there's a lot more risk than the opportunities. So because you're in the relationship, your current relationship, you already know how these guys will think, what will happen next. So instead of finding someone, you discuss the problems, fix the problem instead of running away.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, it's true. Just try imagine yourself in a bad relationship. You have your mistakes. He or she also have mistakes, but you never fixed it. And then when you wanted to find a new relationship and you found the perfect partner, but that partner saw your flaws, and they are the one have the same mindset as you. They wanted to find a new partner. Of course, you as someone who found someone so perfect, so supportive, so emotionally stable, so perfect in every way, you don't want to lose that relationship, right? So it became a cycle if we continue to just finding new partner.
I see. May I? Alright, okay. So I would like to defend what my friend just revealed on this, and also maybe talk a little bit about my Twitter about amongst three of these advocates. Okay. So first about the new relationship dynamics. Okay. So basically, what she said about finding a new partner will be better because they can build a relationship with a clean slate. Okay, like you just said that. What if you have a bad ending? But that's only an if. What if you just ended it? That's an if, but of course, okay. So this allows both individuals to create a dynamic based on mutual interests because you are starting a new one. You are finding a new person. Okay, and then with a healthy communication, because you learn from a previous mistake, and without being influenced by past mistakes and unresolved issues. So psychologically, a new relationship offers the possibility of fostering healthier interaction patterns as each partner can bring their best selves into the relay. Okay, to review about my point, to review Advocate 2 and Advocate 1 points, which is talking about self-growth and also time management, I believe.
Energy consuming.
The consume.
Yeah.
Okay, so about that, I would like to talk about over time, individuals who stay with or returns to their past partners may have developed unhealthy attachment patterns. Okay, such as emotional dependency. Okay, this is where it suggests that it may develop an attachment style such as anxious or trust issue and avoidant, which often influence relay behaviors. influenced by relationship behaviors. Okay, so this means that rekindling an old relationship can strengthen these unhealthy attachment patterns, whereas moving on encourage the development of healthier, more secure to relating to others. Hence, the new partner. And that is my view. Do you have any opinion on that?
I'm sorry for disturbing, but I would love to review your rebuttal on both of our statements previously. So while it is true that unresolved issues from past relationships can lead to emotional cycles, this doesn't mean that rekindling past relationship inherently causes trauma. In fact, rekindling offers a chance to break these cycles rather than repeat them. So, when both individuals reflect on their past mistakes and grow from them, they can address the root causes of their previous challenges. So, trauma often arises when issues are ignored or unresolved. Rekindling a relationship allows both parties to confront these issues directly, work through them, and create a healthier dynamic. By openly communicating and setting new boundaries, the relationship can evolve into something more positive and fulfilling. So I do think that it is much better for the person to rekindle their past relationship rather than starting anew from the very root, because you have known the person, your ex-partner better. You yourself you yourself have known him or her better. So why would you repeat the same cycle over and over again? Yeah, so that's for me.
Also, I want to add on his point. Okay, so we're talking about relationships. What if the relationship is already in the family state? You have a child, you have a child, you have a daughter, you have a son. Then you decide to break. So, what about the children? What about their feelings when they know that their parents break up because of one unsolved things? So, instead of finding someone new and then bring your trauma of relationship and give it to your offsprings, why don't you just create something and create understanding, like solve problems together instead of finding someone new? Because it's true. It's true that people change, people come and go, but memory stays. Same with your child. Your children will see you as the parents are their role models. So if they saw the relationship of their parents fall apart, so it will bring trauma to them, and then they will not have a really good life. So yeah, that's my point.
I would like to give an opinion on your statement. What I think, what you're referring to is a divorce. Divorce and a breakup is two different things. However, we are from Malaysia. The concept of breakup and divorce are vastly different. Sure, we may, in the context of a divorce, yes, that is very detrimental to the ground. We are talking about a breakup. However, even if we are talking about a breakup, there's a difference between breakup and giving time. If you give time and space to someone and they still don't want it and they still break up, that is a thoughtful breakup. They knew that something was off in that relationship and they want to go out, they want to find things, they want to find new experiences, they want to find space to grow. They don't want to stagnate in that same relationship. I think it's good to consider that breaking up is something that is permanent. If you have time, if you have space, if you give them time and space and they still break up, that means that even if you rekindle something, they will still hold a grudge because they have made that decisions deep in their hearts that they want out of that relationship. That's my opinion. Would anyone like to add or rebuke?
But I do still stand with our point.
Well, you're saying from a you're saying how that person has to wanted to find new experiences, right? That's where. Can you repeat?
My opinion is that if they already decided in their hearts that they want to break up, even after they gave time and space to think about it a lot, they already decided in their heart that they want out of their relationship to find new experiences and new things and new partners that are much healthier and are much more compatible with them.
But there's going to be some motivation to influence them to choose that path. So what is the motivation is also based on the person. But for me, maybe it's simple. It's your relationship consists of two persons. So maybe the motivation come with the motivation that motivates the person to start a new relationship was influenced by other people. So that other people doesn't know about your problems because it's your relationship. The problem occurs within the relationship, not within the relationship, not with no other people's.
Oh, you're saying about friends or family like
Yes.
influence them
Yes.
because they're sharing their problems with their.
There must be motivation for them to break up.
Can I say something about your points? Okay, to help with my partner point. My friend's point. Okay, so let's go back to the divorce thing. Okay, so you are implying that both of these parties have to rekindle for the sake of their youth. Like, okay, but you have to understand if they continue in being a toxic marriage, it will affect the youth as well. So this is where it is important for personal self-growth, which is finding a new person, the new person itself, which we will personally pick. We will understand their weaknesses, their strength. Oh, they are good for our kids, for my kids. So this is where the person will step on and being the good partner. Yes.
I understand that. Yes. On your point, it really depends on the new person and then the current person in both sides.
Yes, the dynamic.
So yeah, the dynamics. I mean, it's true that maybe the person in the current relationship is abusive or anything, and then the new one is good. Well, that makes a good point. But what if the current person because we heard a lot of breakups. We heard a lot of breakups because maybe this person breaks up with him because he doesn't or she doesn't give the person enough attention. So yeah, how about that? Let's talk about that.
I would like to repeat your point with an experience. You say that parents need to rekindle their relationships in order to think about their children. However, in my experience, that is not needed because I am a child of a divorce myself. In my opinion, a divorce is completely necessary when it has to. A divorce is something important that is thought out. It is not something on impulse. A marriage is something that connects two families, and of course, a divorce is something that breaks up two families of generations, from grandmothers, the fathers, the grandfathers. It's not a simple decision. If a divorce happens, it is something that is well thought out, and of course, the children is also being thought of too. When a divorce happens, one of two options will be given. Either they have shared custody or primary custody. In my experience, I get the primary custody from my mother. However, my mother is also very busy with her work life. In that situation, I learned much more things than I should have as a child. That really helped me. And the fact that helped me is just is one point that really, there's one point that I would like to share in order to rebuke. It is not all bad. Sometimes a divorce is needed and it can also be positive. That is all from my view. Would anyone like to add or review?
Well, I like to say my point in the topic that you said about how your children won't affect as much, and divorce is necessary sometimes. True, that is true. But I like to add from my experience, from my own stories, which is my own family. My aunt married to a drug addict, and they got and the father got into jail, and that's when they divorced. And after the jail, the father came back for the children. They came back for the children, and even back for the time together. Even the children are still love the father. Of course, they have many history together. They shared memories. I still remember the time where my cousin even cried because my aunt ended up marrying another person. And from that, there's how do I say this? Missing in the family. The feeling, the same feeling of a father is not the same. And and it's sad to see because the father seems to be motivated to change for their children. And it's good to give them a second chance because the father is under influence of drug. It just can't be helped. But if he has the willing to change, and also the strong heart to do it for the kids, he should give a chance.
That's a good point.
Because people can change. Even psychologists even said that from experiences, from beliefs, they can change their beliefs. From their beliefs, they can change their attitude, their personality. If they wanted to, they would. Famous quote from TikTok.
Nice.
So I think it's good to give a chance because I myself got into in a relationship and I rekindled my past relationship and it went well. We found our common ground and we shared a lot more new memories together and he became the better version of himself. And honestly, we're very happy. So it's not. So sometimes give that people a chance because sometimes they're from a background that is not really heartwarming or ideal for a kid to grow up. There is researches about even from infant they can recognize a pattern from their mother on how they react in taking care of them. They're showing this baby with secure attachment to their mother and insecure attachment to their mother. Same watching this video clip where the first baby climbed up to a platform with the mother get to the platform, but the baby left behind. And the mother never came back for that baby. And the second video is the baby, the mother came back for the baby. Same thing, but the mother came back for the baby. And the securely attached baby, when they saw the video, the part where the mother never came back for that baby, they showed interest to it. They have long attention to that video because what? Because it changes, it shocks their expectation. they're quite surprised. It's not the normal. So they've been living with that negative responses, negative stimulus this whole life, and no one there to like have the initiative to change them. So that's why we advocates really strive in defending this point, because we believe that people can change. People can change from experiences, and they change their beliefs. When it comes to result, they change their behavior. If you give the chance for the person to motivate them to change, they can, they will, if they want to.
I also want to add a bit more based on her point. So it's true, so people can change. And then, you know, in relationship, conflicts happen. There will always be conflict. You will never, I mean, in the past relationship there's conflict. And also the new relationship, there's also conflict. Conflict always happen because everyone has emotions. And then sometimes emotion takes over of your action. Yes, your emotions are valid. Humans' emotions are valid. But your actions towards the emotions are not. Sorry, actions. So sometimes, yes, there's gotta be conflict because somebody got mad and then accidentally did something that ruined the mood of the relationship. So instead of, you know, finally follow your instinct, like you felt angry and then you decided to just, I'm gonna end this relationship and I'm gonna move on to another person. Instead of doing that action, you need to think back. Okay, why he's mad? What causes this? So we need to fix the problem, the roots of the problem, instead of moving forward.
Because we need to, from you said about emotions, taking control of our actions. That's when we can grow. That's when we can change. We can reflect, and we can rekindle better. You guys have anything? You oppositioners have anything to say?
Okay, I would also like to add some more for the opposition side. Okay, in your story, not gonna lie, you are lucky. Your family are lucky that you get willing to grow. I can't say that word. Willing to grow partner from the drug addiction. However, we are talking about relationship that have yet to be in a marriage, because marriage is a very huge thing. It does involve the kids, so that is where it gets bigger. But we are just talking about the minimized thing. Okay, so but of course, to pause on your issue, both of you talk a lot about nostalgia, about the kids, like what if they have this, they want to how do I say this, renew this memory and stuff. Okay, let's not talk about the kids, just about the two individuals. Okay, so usually during the initial post breakup period, people are prone to idealizing past relationship due to emotional attachment and nostalgia. Okay, this can cloud the judgment, leading them to overlook fundamental issues that existed in the relationship that is causing the relationship to break off. Okay, so rekindling a relationship based on nostalgic memories can set unrealistic expectation, as mentioned by Lisa just now. And also, to add on some few more, unresolved issues will resurface. What if you are rekindled? Okay, you talk of things and already, okay, shake hands, we are done, I'm not gonna repeat it. But we have seen a lot of evidence, sorry to mention, the celebrities, Malaysian celebrities, okay, they often repeat the same mistake over and over again until this citizen itself be like, nah, you keep doing that, you keep doing that. So what I want to say here is that when individuals reconnect with their ex-partner, they often fail to address the underlying issues that caused the breakup in the first place. Okay, so psychological theories about relationship suggest that people tend to repeat patterns unless they consciously change their behaviors. So this is why rekindling an old relationship may simply restart the cycle over and over again, restart the conflict over and over again, causing what? More heartbreak, more issue, and hence destroying the opposing part over and over again. So which is why we, the opposing team, we are strict with our belief, which is finding a new partner is better than finding an old partner. And that's one course. Do you have anything else to add?
I think to make it short of our old argument, I believe that we should rekindle relationship, past relationship, because people can change. And
Yeah, for me, I do believe that rekindle past relationship is often better than moving on to a new one, because we know our ex-partner better than everyone else. So why would we let him or her go through someone else's if we could change our mistakes and be better?
So, in my opinion, it's true. Every human's decision must be a reason. There must be a reason for human to do something. So, for me, moving on. Sometimes, as to conclude our discussion, our debate for today. So it's true. Maybe certain times we did need to move on to a new person because of certain circumstances, and also we also need to, instead of moving on, we also need to fix something to, in order to make it work again. Everything has its pros and cons, either moving forward or fixing things. It's true. Sometimes what you cannot fix what's already been broken, and it's also true that moving forward has a lot of risk than the opportunities. So for me, it really depends on the person itself. They wanted to move forward, go on. If they want to fix everything, go on. So everything you need to do is, there must be a motivation for you to do something. So I'm not saying this side is wrong, this side is right, in order to conclude our discussion for today. But it really depends on the person itself. If they want to change, then change. If they don't want to change, if they just want to do something new, then go do something new. Because after all, life is a roller coaster. There will be ups and downs. That's all for us. Thank you. Cigarettes addiction, or maybe cheating scandals. So instead of, yes, true, you have
About the divorce, sure, maybe after they break up, after they had a divorce, you said they need to think about the children. However, in my experience, that is completely not true. As a child of a divorce myself.
you and me, we share stories. Right? We recently are in a relationship, and I just
Hey, yo,
want to say.
wait.
What?
Is this allowed?
I don't know what.
That's
is
not the
it?
lecturer to give you guys the
Ah.
answer.
until next time.
Please not.
Okay. I take that back.
Okay.
Aku dah satu lagi.
I do, but sakit perut kejap. Aku ada banyak nak minta.
Pause.
Pause.
Can anyone